Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Crafts. I am Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin. I'm thrilled to have you with me today. So I'm checking to see if people are on. Interesting. It's kind of come up on my phone but have not come up on my iPad. So let's see what happens here. Well, that's interesting. So please say hi if you can see me. I have no idea why I'm up on one and not on the other. So welcome. I know Facebook made a bunch of changes overnight. So I'm just going to kind of see if I can, because I want to be able to see your comments. Let's see. Please tell me I'll come up. Oh, there we go. And I have volume over here. Okay, great. Thank you. So welcome. So I've got a fun project for you guys today. Let me show you the project. So here we go. Today we're going to use my favorite set, which is a duo set. It's the Mary Cafe as well as the cafe, the coffee cafe. The two coffee stamp sets. Coffee Cafe and Mary Cafe. For whatever reason, I'm loving coffee. So a couple weeks ago, we did a fall themed one. So today we are going to make a Christmas themed one. I thought that would feel really good for today. So welcome. I see everyone's coming on. Good to see everybody. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like that. It's going to be fun. So while people are coming on, there is big Stampin' news. Okay, so Stampin' blends. They are going to be available to customers November 1st. So I got two things you need to pay attention to. First, a couple hours after I get this broadcast up on a blog, I am working on doing a Stampin' Blends club. So, you're like, oh, I want them all, but, all at once right before Christmas, not a problem. Over 4 months, you will get your hands on all of them. I'm going to throw in some extra stuff. So pay attention. That'll be on my blog and on my Facebook later, probably by the end of today. Second, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 24th. I got to make sure I got the right date. Set your date. Facebook Live at Crafty Stampin' or stampwithtammy.com. Our entire Stampin' Scoop is going to be Stampin' Blends. We're going to show you samples. We're going to color with them. It is going to be all Stampin' Blends. So you're going to want to tune in. That's Tuesday, I think at noon. I don't believe we're going to change it, but you never know. Keep an eye out. Those are the two big things. So keep your eye out on all that. I said, but I've never been a marker girl. Oh, we got to change you, Wendy, to a marker girl. So those are the big things going on right now. That's the big happening news. So if you guys are new to Coffee and Crafts, I love to do a giveaway. I love to share with all of you guys. So today, for anyone who is watching live and who shares this video, you are going to be eligible to win, or to live and leaves a comment. If you leave a comment during the live, you're going to be eligible to win some glitter enamel dots, and I'm using these today too. And so you just have to leave a comment. Just say hi, anything. As long as you say hi during this broadcast before I do the giveaway at the very end of the broadcast, you'll be eligible for the glitter enamel dots. If you did not catch this live broadcast, or you didn't win the enamel dots, or you're watching this on YouTube, you can be eligible to win the retired Get Your Santa On stamp set. And I'm going to be picking that next Thursday, the 26th. Next week, because we're doing Stampin' Scoop on Tuesday, I'm only going to do one Coffee and Crafts, and that will be on Thursday. So that is on the 26th, so that is when you can win that. So please leave your comments. Lots of good fun stuff going on. So, but right now, let's see, we want to pick the giveaway from last month. And of course, let's see, I'm working on my graphics. I haven't got one for this yet. So let me go over here. Oh, I didn't copy the names. I knew there was something I didn't do. Hold on 2 seconds. You get to look at my shining face. I got to find, the winners. I picked them, or made the list. I just didn't copy the list into random.org. So hold on 1 second as I copy. Oh, you always know. So how is everybody doing? How's everybody's weather? Here we go. Copy. All right, come back over here. Stick these in random.org. There we go. That didn't take too long. All right, so now let's flip over here. Just when you think you have everything all set up, you don't. So here we go. So this was last week when we did the Oh god, I just want to blank. There's a cat card, I think. So the 12th. So whoever left a comment on Facebook or YouTube, you're here. If you said shared, you have a second entry, so you can see everybody's names here. I see some people have some wet weather. We got warm in Florida. It is finally, well, today's actually 70. We had a cool day. I was actually cold sitting in here. So here is everybody's names. This is for the, oh, I didn't pull it up, time of year stamp set. Where do I have it? Let's see. Time of year. Oh, here we go. I'm not dropping stuff. Time of year. So this is who we're picking for. So the time of year. So I am going to hit randomize, and whoever ends up at the top is our winner. So let's do that. And our winner is, okay, Arlene Mantle was Dunham. I'm not sure if that's all of her names, Arlene Mantle or Arlene Dunham, but if you relate to all those names, you have won the time of year. So what you need to do, Arlene, you want to head over to Crafty Stampin', specials, giveaways, and then you will see this, click here to fill out the form for the giveaway. And you will get your prize in the mail. You have 2 weeks. If when I mail them out, I send an email giving you tracking info. If you don't hear from that, I'm usually do that within a couple days. Send me an email. Otherwise, if I don't hear from anybody in 2 weeks, these go back in the pile so that more people get a chance to win. You guys ready to craft? All right, let me get you set up on here. So, like usual, give me an hour. Afterwards, I'll have a blog post up of a recap with this video, and it'll have all the products, and all these products are available to buy on my Stampin' Up website, and there'll be links to that, as well as I give a free PDF, and you get a picture, it gives you links to the blog post, all the cut sizes. It won't be this, you know, funky unless you forget to open the front door of your printer when it's printing. So yours will look pretty, and it'll have your cut sizes and where you can leave notes. And that is my gift to you because I appreciate all of you. So we're gonna get started, and I'm starting with, this is Garden Green, and I have a half sheet. It is, oh, I'm losing my pointers. We have 8.5 by 4, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. Score it in half. Let's see. I'm probably going to step on one of my points. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Ah. Don't want to lose that. Okay. So this is our card base. And everything's hidden here, sorry, behind my iPad. Okay, so now I have a card base, and I want to take, we're going to do a couple embossing. So this is a 1.5 by 5.5, and I want to emboss that. Let's see, let me slide this out of the way. And my embossing folders, where have I put everything? All right, we're going to start with this white one. We're going to emboss with the Softly Falling. And what's fun about this, it's, you know, it's supposed to like represent snow. You know, it's very heavy at the top and gets lighter at the bottom. So if you're not doing a full sheet, what's nice is you can decide if you want your card to have lots of dots. You can get that in the light so you can see it. You know, very few dots, or somewhere in the middle. So I kind of want to do where it really kind of progresses out of the heavy dots into the lighter dots. So I'm going to set up my platform. I'm going to remove my thin die adapter. Make sure I get all the words in there right. Hi ladies who are coming on. Good to see you. Welcome. All right, so let's run that through the Big Shot real quick. All right, I'm going to set my Big Shot aside. I'll be pulling that back and forth a lot today. Okay, so if you can see, there we go. Bunch of little dots on that. And I'm going to attach that with snail to my card base. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so I want the thicker dots to be on the outside. I'm just going to kind of line that up, eyeball it, and attach that. Then I want to take, this is the gorgeous quilted Christmas paper pack. Everything's in the real red and garden green, real fun Christmas color. So I'm using the gingham in the garden green. And I'm going to grab my, where is it? My silicone mat so I don't make a big mess. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. And if you guys are new to Coffee and Crafts, we're going to do a giveaway at the end of this broadcast. Giving away glitter enamel dots. And all you need to do is comment to be entered. So, because I see a bunch of new people jumped on. So just say hi. You don't have to say anything else. I left this the full 6 inches when I cut it. And then it just allows me to, I can trim it exactly where I need to trim it. I like to save paper. I generally don't save little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch squares. Oh, I lost my trash barrel. There it goes. So there's my card base. So I'm going to set that aside. So what I wanted to do, I'm going to see if I can do this live for you. This is watercolor paper. It's kind of thick. And I wanted to use watercolor paper. I'm not watercoloring, but I liked the texture of it. So I thought that looked kind of fun under my coffee cup. So let's see if I can do this trick. So what I want to do is, this is my largest, let's see if I can say this properly, stitched shape square. But I don't want to use a square. I want to do a rectangle. So I'm going to have to do some fancy die cutting here. And I did cut one in advance just in case I totally screw it up live, because it's possible. Totally possible. So what I want to do is I'm going to attach this down onto my board in the middle, and I'm going to use my Post-it notes to hold it in place. Now, I wanted to cut 3 sides. I want to cut here, here, and here. And I don't want it to cut right across the middle. So this all has to do with where I'm going to put my top plate. So I'm going to slide my top plate in. Let's see, here we go. Oh, all right, I'm trying to do it fancy. There we go. So I don't know if you can see, my top plate ends here. My die ends here. I will only cut up to here. So we're going to run that through. And we're going to put the die adapter back in first. I don't know about you, I go back and forth some days between embossing folders and dies, and I just screw it up. So here we go. Lessons from me. Put your die adapter back. So now here we go, we're going to line this up again, so you get to see it again. All right. My plate ends here, my die ends outside of it. There we go. There we go. All right. Your Big Shot will bump and crack and make a bunch of noises. That is not unusual. So I'm going to remove these, and you can see it's cut just here. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I have a hard time. It's a trick, which is, I see Janice says she has a hard time doing this. It's not my favorite thing to do, but sometimes it's like, that's what the look I want, so I'm going for it. So I'm going to line this up down this side. Do the same thing. I found personally it was easier to have the middle this way. I don't know if that makes sense. So that I'm leading into my die machine, Big Shot, with my plate instead of trying to, so here we go. So we're going to put that like this. So again, my plate ends here, my die is here. I find it harder if I had this spun around and this top plate was extending out this way. I find that harder. So I stick the top plate is in the Big Shot before the bottom plate. For me, that's easier. Took 3 tries to get it right. I know It is a bit of a trick. Let's see how I did. Let's see. I've done it 3 times now. Ooh, might have worked. There we go. All right. There we go. You can see I'm a tiny smidge off here, but you'll never see it. Those are things I hide easily with embellishments. So let's put that over. So there is my edge. Let me get rid of all my stuff. Good morning, everybody. I see more and more people are coming on. Welcome. Anybody new? We're doing a giveaway at the end of the broadcast. You need to have commented, and that will get you entered. Also, make sure you check back on my blog and on my on here on Facebook later in today. I'm going to announce my blends, which is the alcohol markers for Stampin' Up. I'm going to announce my clubs so that you can kind of get them all on a sort of a payment plan. So that'll be today. Hi, Beth. Welcome new. Hi, Kathy. Welcome all these new people. I'm very happy to see you all here. We're making cards this morning. And also, just so you know, in case on my blog on craftystampin.com later today, there'll be a whole recap blog post on this card. This video will be there. I have a free PDF for you, and everything I have on here is available to purchase in my online store, and you can do that through that blog post. So just for all these new people, hi everybody. All right, so here's some of my pieces. We're this far along, almost there. So now we get to do the coffee cup. So I'm going to move this aside. All right, so my coffee cup, again, I told you we're going to be bringing the Big Shot over a lot. This is the most used tool next to my paper cutter in my craft room. So I'm cutting out the coffee cup plain. So stick my cup in. I didn't stamp it or anything. I just wanted him plain. Let's leave this here. So now what I want to do is I pull. So here's my cup. And so I want to give it some texture. So what I thought to do, this is art. It's not real life. I'm making my coffee cup knit. So I'm sticking this in the cable knit. I'm going to stick them straight. Cable knit dynamic embossing folder. This one's extra thick. So you know how I screwed up earlier? So now I'm just using my base plate for my Big Shot. I'm putting my embossing folder, the dynamic embossing folder, straight on there. And then I'm going to only use one plate. And I send this back through the Big Shot. And these dynamic folders really give an amazing impression. So now my coffee cup has a whole lot of detail and definition to it. I just think it's kind of fun that way. All right, let me get all my pieces back to my Big Shot because we're going to need it again in a few minutes. All right, so now I got my mug. So, all right. So now I just have a 1/4 square of Whisper White, and we're going to stamp a couple things. Here we go. Okay, so, oops, hold on, I forgot an ink. Some days I'm really good and I stamp and I put stuff right away. And then there's other days there's stuff all over my craft desk. Today it seems to be a mix. So from the Coffee Cafe, which is the original one in the annual catalog, I'm going to use this foam looking or whipped cream stamp set. And because it's in white, I'm going to stamp it in smoky slate to kind of look at like it's the shadows of the cream. So I'm going to stamp that down here. And then let's see, so I have a couple things I'm cutting out. Cutting that out. I want to cut out my all right, so that has got trying to plan everything on this one sheet. So I'm going to die cut that out. This is my coffee cozy, you hold the coffee with. And this will emboss as well as die cut. So So let's see, that can go there. Oh, actually, maybe this will go there. And then, even though you can't see the top, this is the die cut for the top of the coffee cup, and I used it to help me hold on the top of my foam or cream. So I'm going to die cut that out as well. That won't be seen. But then, this is the last thing I'm cutting out. I'm going to cut out my greeting, so up here. So I want to trying to plan where I'm going to stamp everything. So this is Christmas Wishes from Across the Miles stamp set from, this is from Holly Berry Happiness stamp set. And I'm going to try another trick. I did it earlier, it seemed to work out okay. We're going to try again. So this stamp, you can see here, has a very straight line between the two words, the Christmas Wishes and then the Across the Miles. And you can use your markers to color them differently. I'm going to try something. I did it for that one. We'll see if it works. So I'm going to open both of my inks. And I'm going to attempt, because this is a photopolymer, which means I can see through it, to line it up through the thing. So we'll see if this works. Like I said, it worked on the last one. We'll see if this works. So I'm going to try and line it up. I'm trying to get the line and the words Christmas Wishes, but not the words from Across the Miles. Now I'm moving the garden green on, and I'm going to try this again to get just the words from Across the Miles in green, in the garden green. All right, let's see how I did. Dum, 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 dum. All right, I think I did it better the second time. What you think? So just a little different way to do things. All right, so now we're going to cut all this out. I can't say I'd want to do like a whole lot of them that way, but I just figured, hey, let's try this. All right, so let's move my dies here. And we're coming back over here. Oh, yeah, so Julie just came back from grocery shopping and realized I was playing with her favorite set. And Julie, if you saw me earlier, I said it's now starting to be one of my favorite sets. But I sort of take all of them. I take the Coffee Cafe and the Mary Cafe. They kind of all go in one with me. So I'm going to line all these up over here. Let's see. And this is where my Post-it notes are my friends. Yes, I could use the magnetic platform. Not always my favorite tool sometimes. I think it's just because I have to pull it out. You saw how much trouble I had trying to change between embossing folders and the dies. That sometimes, all right, that was good. Trying to change up too many things during one card. I just get lazy and use my Post-it notes. So there we go. Oh yeah, Lisa does the Darth Vader, where you use your markers because the markers might dry. You go sound like Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. And then stamp. That always works well. Like I said, I wanted to try something different. Go rogue. I usually go rogue. You guys know me. It's a day if I can actually do the card as I designed it. Alright, so pulling out all my stamped. This fun little piece comes from, oh, it's the cupcake. I don't remember where I put the die. It's the cupcake die that cut out. Looking for it. I have to make a note. It'll be on my thing. I purposely had to go buy that cupcake just so I could have a big banner. Alright, so here we go. Put those all back on my magnetic sheet. All right, let's see if we can actually assemble now. So one thing I forgot to do, which we're gonna do, is I want to stamp on the green. And usually I do that before I put it together, but I never remember to do things in advance. So once I find, okay. So I'm using the what is that? Holly leaf? Holly berry leaf from back from the Holly Berry Happiness. So I'm using the holly leaf, the small one, and then the solid 3 berries. So, and this is just random, just to add some background. Let's see if I can, let's get you close up. There we go. So, and I found on like when I did it the first time, I didn't get a perfect image. Sometimes if you don't get a perfect image, just move on. I have found sometimes when I try to fix a boo-boo, I make it look worse. So we just sort of need to move on from the boo-boos. Okay, there we go. This is gonna go here. We'll do one more. I'll try not to write on my desk. All right, so there's our background. And then I put some red and add some berries between those leaves. All right, let's see, here we go. Coffee and Christmas are always fun. Because who doesn't want like a hot cocoa or a peppermint latte or something fun like that? It's always fun to think outside the box. All right, so let's see. So here is my now rectangle watercolor paper, and I'm going to use half, actually a little less than half, of these silver foil snowflakes that are in the catalog. I love these. These are awesome. So I'm just going to, I want it to go here, so I'm just going to flip this over and apply my adhesive over here. And then just going to kind of eyeball it where I like it, and I push it down. There's that. So I'm going to attach this with dimensionals, and I hope I have some over here. I do. Okay. There's a lot of dimensionals on this. It definitely will need more postage type card. So take these off. My trash barrel, I got to put over here and move it back over here. See my cute little trash barrel? Sits on my desk, collects all my dimensional backings. All right, so here we go. So I'm kind of purposely leaving this kind of the lower bottom, lower right corner of the card. Add a little visual interest there. All right, so this is going to go here. So what I did, where's my, I keep losing stuff. I definitely need a bigger space. I keep telling my husband I need a bigger craft space, bigger desk. I saw somebody put something up that collecting craft supplies and using them are 2 different hobbies. I think I do both fabulously. I just now need a larger craft space. All right, so I'm attaching my whipped cream to the top of the coffee top die. Like I said, I'm just using it to hold on so that I'm going to place this here. I'm going to trim it. Okay. So, scissors, here we go. And I'm going to trim this like this. Boom. And boom. So I just wanted it to hold my foam, my whipped cream, to my coffee so I didn't lose any of it, because I'm going to pop this all up on dimensionals on my card. So I would have lost something there. All right, so let me make sure I'm putting this together. All right, let's do this. So now here's my little coffee cozy. I'm going to stick dimensionals on the back of that too. Boom. And we're going to add our table for doing. That's a good idea. Someone said they leave a shot glass to put all the backings. I actually have a little mason jar shot glass I use to hold my Tombow so that the glue is all at the bottom. Shot glass is so useful in the craft room. When you are feeling creatively stuck, take a swig. There you go. All right, so add my little coffee cozy. And then, where's my greeting go? Some of the cream. Okay, so now I want to attach this, my greeting, to the left. I'm going to trim off the right. So I'm just going to add a little snail here. Oops. And it's sticking my finger. I can remove my silicone mat. So we're going to do this. So there is my greeting. I'm going to flip it over and just trim this to the coffee cozy. So there we go. All right, so now more dimensionals. I told you it was going to be a bumped up card. Let's see. So do this. So now over here, because the cup is going to be up on a dimensional and the cozy that it's on is on a dimensional, I'm going to add double height dimensional. So I'm going to stick one dimensional. I'm going to remove the backing, and I'm going to stick another dimensional right on top of that. So there's your double height dimensional. All right, so I'm going to remove this off. Okay. So I see still a lot more people coming on. Welcome, everybody. If you are new to Coffees and Crafts, welcome. We do a giveaway at the end of the broadcast, so leave a comment, just say hi, and you might win. I keep putting them further away. A free pack of glitter enamel dots. So please do, because I love spoiling everybody. All right, here we go. So we're going to attach that a little off to the side. I think that looks really good. But you know what it needs? They always need bling. So I'm going to start with the perfect white accents. And I promised some people I store a lot of my embellishments in the clear or even the wood cases, and I'm going to make up my inserts again because I'm not sure I have them anymore, and I'm going to put them on my blog so you can download them if you want to keep your embellishments the same way. So that is on my to-do list. I will let you know when that's up and available so that you can do that. So let's see, I'm going to start with the perfect white accents, and my favorite tool is missing. Here it is. I like to use my paper piercer to add stuff. So so these white accents I've been playing and I told you about the blend. So stay tuned for more info about blends. You can color these white accents with the Stampin' blends, and they look really, really pretty. But I'm just going to use them white because I like how it looks. So I'm going to add one of the smallest. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, usually those don't give me such trouble. Come on. Come on. There we go. So let's see, where did I put the other one? So we'll put this one up here. And then I'm going to use the largest. I'm going to break my own rule, or the general rule of things in threes. I'm only going to put 2 of those down, but then I'm going to come over and I'm getting the glitter enamel dots, and I want to use, oops, they're all backwards. So this is Old Olive, but they are ombre, and so these are very white, and you get darker into the green or the berry, crushed curry, and dapper denim. So I find the ones that are very, very white work with any color green or any color pink or whatever. So I'm going to use the 2 smallest. And let's see, I think I stuck this one out here. And then we're going to stick this. Stick that one there. And that is it. I actually stayed on task, ladies, and I did it just like I had planned. We know that is a feat for me. I like to go rogue. But I think this is a cute card. So like I said, in about an hour, I'll have my blog post up with a recap. There's also a free PDF. It's got cuts. It's got links to that blog post if you need to go back to it. It has all the cut sizes so you can do it. It will print prettier than yours unless you forget to leave the door open on your printer and it all bunches up. So you too can recreate that, but you don't need to. I have all the products, links to my store so that you can purchase any of these products that you don't have. So now, let me come back here for a minute. So now, welcome everybody who's new to Coffee and Crafts. In case you don't know, I'm Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin', and welcome. I do this weekly or every, at least twice a week. Next week it'll only be once because I've decided I do a Stampin' Scoop with Tammy White on Tuesday. So if you missed earlier, blends, alcohol markers are coming out. We're really quite excited. And the, there we go. Later today, tonight, I'm going to put out my blends club so that if you want to get all the markers in 4 months, you can do that. And then Tuesday on the Stampin' Scoop here on my Facebook page or on Tammy White's Facebook page, everything's Stampin' Blends. So we're going to be talking how to use them, show you samples, tips and tricks, and this is where you want to be if you want the blend. So please check us out. So now, we said the giveaway. So anyone who's left a comment, so if you're new and you're just lurking, leave a comment, say hi, and I'm going to pick the enamel dots right now. If you unfortunately are catching this after, either on Facebook or on YouTube, you can still win. Or if you didn't win the enamel dots, you're eligible to win the Get Your Santa On stamp set, which will be really cool to color with your blends. So just leave a comment, and if you share this broadcast and say shared with a D, you will get a second entry. So that is how that works. So let me get over here and pull up the entries. If you haven't left a comment, you got like 2 seconds to do so, because this website always logs me out because I talk too long. So here we go. There we go. All right, so let me pull you over here and you can watch. All right, here we go. So we're going to pick a winner for the enamel dots. And, oh, I hit the wrong button. I downloaded all your names. That's poor. So you get to enter by commenting, and you get 1 entry for this broadcast. So we're going to pick a winner. Whoever's name shows up will be the winner. So 1, 2, 3, here we go. And congratulations. Oh boy, I'm going to butcher your name, and I apologize in advance. I'm terrible with names. Emeka Pledger? Emeka? So Emeka, head over to craftystampin.com. Go up to specials, down to giveaways, and down here says click to fill out my giveaway form. So congratulations to Emeka. I'm so sorry if I'm absolutely butchering your name. I apologize. I'm terrible. And so again, later today, about an hour, my blog post with this card project will be up. By the end of today, my blends promo for clubs will be up. And then Tuesday, Stampin' Scoop, noon Eastern time, all blends all day. We're gonna, samples, show, demonstrations, the whole 9 yards. So thank you everybody for joining me. I really enjoyed having you. All these new people, it was wonderful. Thank you. And come back. I will be doing another stamping, Coffee and Crafts on Friday. I think it's gonna be at noon because I have to go get my car oil change. Life tends to get in the way. But keep an eye on, I will schedule it, so just say that you want to follow it, and you can make sure you get a notification when I do go live, probably noon. So thank you again very much, and I'll check you out later. Bye.